Hey love bugs, welcome or welcome back. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Ashley Bedeck. Today I've teamed up with UNice and they sent me over this beautiful 13x4 pre-everything Auburn lace wig. She has this perfect Auburn color for fall. She comes pre-styled with that beautiful curtain bang in the front. You get the perfect color, cut, you get the bounce, you get the body, you get all of it. This one here includes HD lace for a beautiful, flawless finish. So because this one is a frontal, she does include the pre-everything wig tape already installed on each side of your wig. So you can literally peel, stick, and go. I'll demonstrate how to do that in just a moment. Also, this one has a drawstring intact. So you literally can just lift your wig, pull it out, find the stopper, and literally adjust wherever you are for the most glueless, flawless effect. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Be sure to check this one out. Of course, I have a direct link and all the details to this beautiful girl down below. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, love bugs, brief interlude. I realized I did not show you guys this. I showed you guys this in the beginning of the video and I said we would come back later, and I was so ready to get to dance apparently that I forgot to show you guys. But they did include 2 samples of the lace. This one here is the transparent lace and this is HD lace. HD lace is what we are wearing today, and then transparent lace is the 2016. So what I like to do is I usually will take like a spray, like a Got2b glue, and spray the lace on so you guys can see. This is the transparent lace here, and I don't know if you can see, but with nothing to compare it to, you might feel like this is fine, but what I see is I see it being a little bit ashy and it doesn't melt like on the sides. It's very thick, whereas this is the HD lace, and if you melt it down, now you compare it to the HD lace, I don't know if you can see that, but it melts immediately. This just wants to lift and it doesn't want to stay down at all. The HD lace, I only sprayed it on this side and it's flat and flush. It's perfectly nude and blended with my skin. And of course, it is the better choice. This is what we have on. This is the new and improved lace, and it's flawless. Also, this is what they look like held up. You bring them up, you can see against my white wall. This one you can see spot on, and the further you get back or move back, this one disappears, and this one is always going to be seen because this is HD lace and this is transparent lace. Just want to show you guys the comparison of the two. Now let's get back to the rest of the video. Okay, love bugs, welcome back for another video. Today I've teamed up with UNice and they sent me over this beautiful girl. This one here is a pre-styled wig. She comes complete with that beautiful bang, and we have it already set in a roller because UNice takes care of everything. We have these beautiful loose curls here. They're nice and bouncy, and then that color is chef's kiss, 10 out of 10, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and turn her around. I kind of keep this in here, which came in it because it helps to hold the roller in place. But this is a pre-everything cap construction. So when you flip it around, you'll see you have pre-cut lace, pre-pleached knots, and the pre-plucked hairline. They even included this wig tape on the sides. That way you'll be able to bond her down as you please. This one here is a 13x4 free part cap construction. You can part her wherever you'd like. This one here is a 13x4 lace wig. I thought you could see, but that was in there. So beneath that, you do have 2 combs on the sides, 1 on each side here. And then you also have your adjustable and removable elastic band. At the nape, you have a larger comb. You have your traditional adjustable strap. And of course, you do have your drawstring. So let me go ahead and adjust everything and make memory for you guys, and we will get this wig nice and installed. It's giving Goldilocks. So this is what the wig looks like on. I'm trying to adjust everything for your viewing pleasure. Again, this is a frontal, so you'll have your ear tabs down here. You really can just go ahead and peel and stick the tabs down for a nice little install. Okay, so let's get started. Here is a quick look at the hairline before we touch anything. I'm just gonna lift up that beautiful pre-styled bang so you can see what it looks like. She does lay flat and pretty much flawless. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bang. I like to keep this on as long as I can, but we gotta move, right? So as you can see, when you pull it apart, we do get flyaways, but it's definitely a curtain bang. Let's give it a brush out. I like to use the unbrushed. This has been my favorite brush lately, and this one belongs to my daughter, but look at those beautiful curls. This is literally straight out of the box curls. no glue. And then look at that. I literally have not done anything, and literally we can tint the lace and walk out the door. So first thing I'm going to do is I notice that I can see my HD UNice wig cap, so I'm going to push that back a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and just tint the lace and work on the hairline first. Let's take some edge control and go ahead and work on our own personal sideburns. Okay, love bugs, when I went ahead and did my sideburns or my little edge control situation, I also did my dynamic duo. I like to go ahead and snatch your hairline in a parting and just make it super flat. This is just gonna give it growing out the scalp vibes for me, and this is what we have. So excuse me, I'm kind of like pushing it back, so if it looks a little wonky, don't worry about that. I don't want to use a hair clip to keep that beautiful curl. But now we can work on the lace and the sideburns. So this comes down nice and long. So should you be the girl who really wants to do or to capture like a very, very heavy sideburn, they got you covered. They already trimmed your sideburns down for you for that nice short effect. And you literally just will pull back and peel and stick. So we see when you peel, you have that tape already in. You can go in for a little razzle dazzle and add a little bit of extra adhesive. Because the tape is just right here, I like to add adhesive so that the areas around will also get the adhesive, and you just hold it in place. You can use a blow dryer to kind of speed up the process. And I like to just press it in and make sure that product doesn't run and it stays in place. Also, if you find that it is a little bit of extra lace, this is a great time to cut that back. Now, all you're gonna need to do here is tint the lace. I also peeled this back, or I began to cut because I didn't have two hands. Let me just snip it. And this little piece just made it so that everything fits nice, flat, and flush. We're also gonna melt it down, so we'll do that in just a moment, but let's just repeat that same exact step on the opposite side. Okay, Flipbug, so this is the opposite side. I wanna show you guys that if you just want to remove it, you just have to like peel a little bit deeper, and you can remove the whole thing. That way there's no tape there. Some of us don't prefer to use tape, so you can literally just pull that off, and then you can still bond it down exactly the way you did it on the opposite side. Or you can do what I like to do a lot of the times, just for a more everyday realistic install or maintenance rather, and I like to just cut so that it perfectly frames around my personal ear. But now I don't have to bond anything down. So you still have flaps up. I typically will cut that so that way there's no flap or anything that needs to be pretty much bonded down. And now all I have to do is tint the lace, and it pretty much will fit me glueless. I'll just have to melt it that first time to kind of form to my head, and we're good to go. Also, if I do want to add some sideburns down, I still have that option to go in and pull out some sideburns like so. There's still enough left that's cut that I still have that sideburn effect. Okay, love bugs, the next step is optional. This one does fit really nice, but because it is a frontal, and I find that when a wig, it fits me glueless and it sits on my head in real life, you tend to see it more in person even though it fits good. So I really want a melted effect. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of hairspray, place the lace on top and work it in. From here, I'm going to take a melt belt and allow this just to dry and set. And this is what's going to give you the most flawless install. Okay, so if you decide you want to recurl anything, this is the perfect time to do it. I feel like it has the perfect balance to where I really don't want to be honest. I mean, you can, but this here is so fly. It's almost like work smarter, not harder. So we can go ahead and tint the lace, and I think we should be good. Today, I'm going to be using the Ruby Kisses line. You guys know I use the 15 in the party, or 15 at the hair. What? I use the 16. What? I use the 15, and this is the palette. So there's 2 colors in there. It kind of work pretty much there, or they appear the same or very similar when you put them on your lace. So I just kind of use them both interchangeably. From there, you can just blend it out and press it in so it's not just sitting. And then if you want, you can also add a powder on top to set. This is the Ruby Kisses. It's the 15 powder. I'm just gonna put a little bit just to pack on top. Nice and perfect. Okay, so we gave the hair a moment to set, and when it dries, sometimes you will find that it will kind of stick to your wig band. That's normal. Now the hairline is looking really nice. I'm gonna take this Kenra Volume Hairspray. You see how that adds the most flawless finish to the hairline? I love that so much. Now, one of the last steps we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tint the hairline. Now, typically I will go in with the cream, but I kind of want to see what the powder is going to hit for today. It's been a while since I went with the powder only. And this is the shade 16, which is a little bit deeper than the one we used originally. And if I find that I don't like it, the best thing we can do is adjust. Okay, so I predominantly did the powder on the side. Let me see. I kind of regret my decision. I might want to just do the cream. And I'm going to just take a little bit of both. They're both darker than my complexion, so it gives more of a tint. It really cancels out that hairline really nice. So this is with the cream and this is with the powder. From the camera and from my mirror, I kind of like the cream the way it melts a little bit better. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that on top to kind of catch it up. And that's what that looks like. I do like to take and blend it out a little bit if I can. And then also a little bit of a hack is when you do use the powder, just taking a hairspray. We'll kind of just like wet it and set it. You guys know how with our makeup, we'll always use a finishing spray. That kind of helps to kind of lift the powder, melts it down so that it can give more of a skin-like effect. Now we are done. I'm just going to go ahead and do a little wrap around with the oil sheen and let it fall down perfectly. I don't want the hair to be oily, but I do like the way it feels to have like that finishing spray to go in and kind of help to tame any frizz we may have without making it oily. Feel free to touch up any curls where you see fit. But for me, this is the look. Look at that. Super flawless, a vibe. You don't need to do anything at all. So I never adjusted the drawstring on this one because I really do like the way it fits. But of course, it can always be even tighter. So if you want to adjust that drawstring, you just access it from the nape, pull it down, find that little drawstring right there or the stopper, and just lift and push until it's as tight as you need it. And then once you feel like it's to your desired tightness, you can go ahead and tuck it back into your lace. There's also that comb back there, so you can add that in after. And then if you're out and about and you decide it's a little too tight or not tight enough, you can continue to adjust. But that's pretty much it, love bugs. So let's go ahead and check out the packaging. This is the traditional standard packaging from UNice. Inside you do have the bag that the wig came in. It pretty much was like perfectly folded into this bag around this little shaper that kept the style in place, which definitely worked out really, really nicely. This lets me know this is a 13x4 pre-everything lace wig in a length 24 inches. Inside we did get a handful of goodies, so let's go through that quickly. Oop, everything's dropping. So here we have the HD caps. These are the UNice HD caps exclusive to UNice. And this is the one that I'm wearing underneath the wig today. Super nice. We also got a sheet of the pre-everything wig tape. This is the tape that is bonded down on each side of the lace when you receive it. So you have extra. I showed you guys how you can safely remove it. When you use it, you use it. And when it's unstickable anymore and you go in and wash your unit, you can pull off that old tape and replace it with a fresh sheet. And you have a bunch to last you a nice while. We have the melt belt, which you also see me use today. This is a fresh one and mine was old, but again, we got a nice fresh one. And then we also have the baby hair brush, which says UNice on it. And these are super nice as well. So, of course, I'm headed to dance on this beautiful Friday evening to accompany my youngest, Dominic. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Of course, I have the direct link and all the details to this beautiful girl down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share with your friends. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Smooches.